Yeah, yeah. You think we don't do this, but we still do this. Sunday morning, we working on the weekend like usual. Hold on, hold on. Let me orient myself here so you all can get oriented as well. This right here, this shit right here, this shit right here, this is Tea Time Tailgate Week 11. We are welcoming you to the show, and we have such a special show here today. I'm so excited for the show for multiple reasons, but let's not get ahead of ourselves before we properly introduce what this is and what this means to you. Football Sunday is something that means something so precious to us around here. It only comes around during a certain portion of the year and one time each week. But it turns Sundays into usually what something is dreadful, regrettable, something that you're prepping for the week or either resting on the regrets and decisions that you had on the weekend. We don't do that during football Sunday. This football Sunday or any football Sunday, this has to do with a celebration. You get together with friends and family, and you get together and do everything that you love, which is sitting on the couch for multiple hours with a drink in hand, a bunch of food in front of you, and then what's even better is if you couple that with the tea time tailgate, because what this show is a best bets, NFL picks, mortal locks, fantasy football advice. Basically, if you'd like to optimize your football Sundays, this is where you start. You used to go to ESPN, you used to go to CBS, you used to go to Fox, but those are things of the past. We're looking into the future, and when you think about the future, you think about football, and you think about that cashish, that moolah, you think tea time. So you were in the right spot. So if you are watching this, you are officially teed up. We are teed up around here. I'm your host, Tony Murr, but we have a co-host. We have a co-host here today, and this is someone special and near to dear to my heart. This is someone who is a childhood friend. And really, when I think about football, this is a football guy. This is someone that takes his football Sundays very, very seriously. And what he takes even more seriously is his financial obligation to those around us. He has a job to do. It does not matter if it's his regular 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. This is Sunday morning, and he's still blessing us with financial advice. Let me introduce you. And hold on one sec, Carl. I know you're chomping at the bit. I know you're chomping at the bit. This is the fiduciary. Give me one sec. Give me one sec. Let's open that up for us. Let's open that up. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. Okay. Carl, hit us. The
The
fiduciary.
Fidoosh. The Fidoosh. First of all, long-time listener, first-time participant. And every morning, the Fidoosh writes in his journal. And he writes, what's his intentions of the day, what are his affirmations, what's his quote of the day. Let me read you something real quick. Let me read you something. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. Today is a gift. That's why we call it the present. So let's live up this Sunday. Let's have fun today. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. We don't know what yesterday doesn't matter. It's about winning. It's about winning. It's about giving out picks. It's about having a good time with your friends and your family on this Sunday. So people are asking, fiduciary, what does that mean? Why do they call you the fidouche? What's that all about? Tea time. Can you do me a favor? Is this backwards or can you read this?
No, we can read it. We
Give
can
me,
read it.
please read this for the people.
Well, you're gonna need to pull that a little bit more in sight for me. Yep. Even more. Even more. It's an. Oh, okay. We got the. So first of all, I like that we have the pronunciation fiduciary.
Fiduciary.
Fiduciary. Emphasis on the douche.
But
Okay.
give me a second. Cross that out. Now I
All right. Now that's something I have an easier time pronouncing. It's the fidouche. Okay?
thank you.
It's the
Thank
fiduciary.
you.
And the fiduciary, he's caught up with the current times. He knows that AI is very important in this day and age. We got the AI overview. Being a fiduciary, you need to pull it even more. Pull it even more over. Being a fiduciary means acting in the best interests of another person or entity, typically in a legal or financial context. So that's very important because really what that shows the people, what that shows the tea timers, fiduci is that you care more about them than you do yourself.
This isn't about me. This is not about me. Today is about you. It's about the people. I have an obligation to give you picks. People are asking, what color is this suit? Is it black? Is it gray? I can't see in the light. It's green. You know why it's green? Because we're going to make you money today. That's what we're doing. We're
and
making
what
you money.
and just like Nicki Minaj, Drake, Lil Wayne, we're seeing green today.
In green.
What
And
I've been go ahead.
lastly, salud to it. One Italian to another. Salud. Salud.
Salud, salud. Mm, you're doing the right thing. So I do want to emphasize. I mean, I love how you want to let the people know that this is for them more than anything else. And that should let people know that where our heart and mind is. It's not for us. We're tuning in early on a Sunday morning. This is for you all. This is for you all to get right. But I think what's very important to be understood and to be explained is for you to explain to the people what Football Sunday means to you because I know how much you care and love a Football Sunday.
Football Sunday. I mean, there's only a couple of things better than a football Sunday, but let me tell you something. There's about 17 days a year where Mrs. Fadouche, she knows that I love her to death, but she is priority number two. And there's about 17 days of the year where football is priority number one, and this is a week the 11th week in the year. Excuse me, day in the year where it's about football. I love football Sundays. I live for football Sundays from 1 o'clock to 8:15. All we're doing is watching footballs, quad boxes, multiple TVs going. We're having a good time with friends and family. We're eating Chinese food. We're having a blast.
And the Padouche is hosting his own football party today. And this is how much it means to him because football Sunday, it's like we've been mentioning, it's not all about us. He wants to include his people. He wants to be around his people on a day like today. So I'm very grateful for him. And I mean, I'm chomping at the bit. I'm excited. Let's start getting into these picks. Okay. So we had this 9 o'clock game going on right now. Carl, when I was making my picks earlier today, I saw that it was 3-3. This is a game that you forget about. Like I don't even want to talk about it really. And like I do, what I can't appreciate is they're doing it in Spain. It's something new, but I'm not waking up early to watch Commanders Dolphins.
No habla español. That's it. What did I
Exactly.
say?
Move on.
Yesterday is history. Forget about it.
Yeah, that's
Forget
our
about
that game's already. It's
it.
going
And I
on
don't know who
presently.
and I don't know who Carl is. So
It's the
Fadou.
Fadouche. It's the Fadouche. Ready? The Fadouche.
That is good. That is good.
Also, we got Stevie Splits in the chat, and he's acting as the local meat shop. Yes, we have the Fadouche. He has financial obligations on the weekend and during the week, and those are all different. Those are all different. So I like to get into this first game. We got interdivision matchup, NFC South matchup, Panthers at Falcons. We've had a little bit experience of these teams, Fadouche, because the Patriots have played both of these teams. These are two teams that you really can't get a pulse or a read on. It's like they're laying dead on the ground. I put my hand on their neck, and there's nothing there. I don't understand them. Are they alive? Are they dead? I don't get it. But I think this is an important game for each of them because the earlier matchup this season it was 30-0 in terms of so I'm talking Panthers Falcons. I'm talking Panthers Falcons. Panthers at the Falcons. Falcons minus 3.5. The Falcons lost to the Panthers last time they played 30-0. I think the Falcons really need this game. The over/under is 41.5. I think the Falcons really need this game, and I think when you come to this point in the season, when we're going really into winter, when we're going into later November, into December, these are what a constant theme of my picks today are what are the teams that want and need it more? Who needs it more around here? I think the Falcons, I mean, I think they both. What are their records? I think the Panthers are 5-5.
Panthers are 5-5. Falcons are 3-6.
Oh my God! Wow. So that almost changes what I was thinking because now like the Falcons are almost out of it. The Falcons are almost out of it. The Panthers still have a fighting chance. I'm gonna still go with my gut. I'm going with the Falcons here.
Yeah.
I think they want some revenge after that. That was probably the most embarrassing loss they had all season. 30-0 against their interdivision rival. I'm going the Falcons here minus 3.5. And this is like a public service that they need to do for fantasy football owners and for this player on their team. If they don't get this guy in the end zone today, it's a disservice to him, really. It's Bijan Robinson. I like him getting a touchdown today.
Okay. We're going to learn a couple of things on tea time today. Tea time. Okay. Get ready.
Yep.
I'm going to erase this. Make sure you're paying attention.
I am. I am.
Wow. Paying attention this early. Get ready for this. Get ready.
This is good already.
So this is a graph.
That's an XY axis right there.
XY on what is this? Is this your x-axis is time for tea time, and here is the record of the team. Okay, so what the stock market typically does tea time is it looks like this.
Yep.
It goes up and down, it goes up and down, but it goes to the right. Now, sometimes what you want to do in the stock market is you want to buy low, right? And then you sell high. What's the Panthers' record?
5-5.
5-5. Panthers are right there. Falcons are 3-6 right here. So you may think, oh no, the Falcons stink. They're so bad. They're 3-6. Oh my gosh, the Panthers are 5-5. This one is easy. This one is you put 2 units on it, you put 3 units on it. I love the Falcons today. Absolutely love them. This is a 2 or 3 unit bet for me. Falcons long line move from 3.5 to 4. Doesn't matter. Falcons, 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 Falcons.
I love that. And like so that double confirmed what I was thinking. I think that's worthy of a little shoot up in the air. That's a tea time double up right there. Early. First game, we're doubling up. I love it. Do you have a prop bet on this one, Fidouche?
Another prop bet, another guy. So backstory, Drake London, he's hurt. He's a little bit sicky. He's got the coughs, and he has a bad back. The Fidouche knows a thing or two about a bad back.
And
there's another guy that nobody wants to bet on. He stinks. He's gone. He's been in the league for 4 or 5 years. Can't pan out. Kyle Pitts over 48.5 receiving yards.
I love it. See, I was thinking, so like it was the first game. It was the first game, so I was like, do I start douching it? And I should have started douching it because I had the Fidouche on. But I just thought Bijan Robinson was really just up the middle and like it should happen. But I was looking at Pitts. Don't be surprised if he gets in the end zone today. I kind of like that. That's plus 260. Just a little feather in your cap right there. Oh my God, he's doing the right thing. All right, so I'm gonna move on to the next game here. We got, and there are 4 premier games, fiduciary, in this slate right here, and we're already hitting on one of them. This is Bucks at Bills. We got Bills minus 6.5 at home. The over/under is 46.5. These are 2 teams that, if you asked us 3-4 weeks ago, these are Super Bowl favorites. These are 2 teams that you can see in the Super Bowl, and they're starting to decline a little bit. They both lost to our New England Patriots, which we love, and people are starting to wonder, do these teams have what it takes to make it to that next step? Will they? I think they're both still playoff teams, absolutely. I would almost go to say they're both still. Bills still AFC Championship. I'm seeing that. NFC Championship, I would have slated the Bucks in there a couple weeks ago. Now, not so sure. But this is a line where you think these teams are pretty evenly matched, and then you see minus 6.5. I smell that. I go right towards that, and I say, when it stinks, put my face in it, and I'll shower in all that stink and filth that it is. I want the Bills minus 6.5. It doesn't make sense that they're getting this many points. I'm gonna go Bills minus 6.5. And I got 3 picks this game. I love the over in this game. I love the over 46.5. These are 2 teams that know how to score points. And then I got the Tez dispenser, Tez Johnson, touchdown plus 300.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow, is that a pick?
And that just felt good because like I'm you'll see this as we go along. I have little names for these guys as we're
Yeah.
moving. So the Tez dispenser, I can just get behind that.
I can get behind that. I want to bet that now. So
All right,
I have a
hit
theme
me.
of every game. The Panthers Packers that was the buy low so high game of the week. This is the you can't pick your favorite son game of the week. Listen, I love these two quarterbacks. I
Oh
love
my God, I do too.
Mayfield. I love Josh Allen. I love these guys. And the line makes absolutely no sense. Now it's 6.5 points. Bills. What are we talking about? So I don't want to pick a team here because I want to see a good game. So I went with the over 46.5 points. These guys, they score points. They score points. Thank you. Thank you.
Tea
And
time
then
double up.
listen, listen. I know my fantasy guys. I got this guy, Josh Allen, on one of my fantasy football teams. Let me tell you something. When it's meant to be a close game, Josh Allen starts to scramble. He starts to run. He starts to put his life on the line for the team. If it's a blowout, James Cook, Knox, Kincaid. When it's going to be a tight game, he runs the ball. Josh Allen, anytime touchdown, -110. Book it.
I love that, and that's true, especially when his team is on the downturn and he has that feeling. I got to put the team on my back and do something, and I totally I agree with you there, Fadouche. I'm gonna go to this next game, another interdivision matchup, the second one out of these first three games I'm mentioning. We got Bengals at Steelers.
Mm,
Steelers -5.5 points, over under 48.5. I'm gonna let you tell me your picks first, but I just want to start by saying there's no world this Pittsburgh Steelers team should be favored by that many points.
crazy, crazy. So these two teams played each other earlier in the year, only a couple weeks ago. I think it was 33-31. That's the game that Aaron Rodgers got
Right?
tackled by his offensive lineman. They were getting pissed because Aaron Rodgers is a I'm not sure if I can swear in this show, but he's a piece of you know what.
You can swear.
Um,
Shit.
listen, listen. This is a kid show. This is the don't overthink it game of the week. The Bengals score points. The Bengals score points. This game is going over 48.5 points. I don't care if it's in Pittsburgh and the field isn't great. They're going to score points. And because they're going to score points, it's going to be an anytime T Higgins touchdown. I love T Higgins this week. Love T Higgins this week. They're going to be all over Chase. T Higgins may get 2, maybe 3 today. I may sprinkle 2 touchdowns for T Higgins. Over 48.5 points. Book it.
Yeah, I like where you're coming from. We got Stevie Splits in the chat. He's a little jelly. He's not on the show right now, but he says, "When's the last time you've seen flashcards? Fadouche is really in his stride." I would have to agree. I have not seen flashcards in a while, but I did not bat an eye when he pulled them out. So I'm happy in the way that he's cooking right now. He's cooking with some steam. He's cooking with some gas. So I think this is so. These two teams are in a very interesting spot because the Bengals have a decent enough record for Joe Burrow to come back and possibly lead them to a playoff berth. And the Steelers, on the other hand, they had a firm grasp on the number one spot in the AFC North, and now the Ravens are really gaining steam, and I think they're probably going to win this division. So I think both these teams want this. I think the Steelers win this game, but I think it's going to be close. I think the Bengals cover. I agree with you that this game should be over, but it should be an over game. There should be points, but if the Steelers know anything that they're doing, if they have any sort of brain, Mike Tomlin left, he runs this ball 30 times with Jalen Warren, completely controls the clock, and doesn't want this to get into a shootout like it did last time because they can't laugh. It's crazy that the combined age of these quarterbacks is 80 plus years old. And this was one of the biggest shootouts of the year earlier. So the fact that they're still scoring points, I do love to see it. I like the Bengals +5.5. I think they keep it close. Steelers should not be favored by that many points. They're not that great of a team. And this is something where they haven't got this guy going recently, and he is someone that he's going to get pissed. He's going to start getting pissed and frustrated if he doesn't get the ball. DK Metcalf, over 52.5 yards. The Bengals defense is horrible. No one is going to be able to cover him. He could get that in one catch.
Can you say 52 and a half?
It's
Oh my
extremely
goodness.
low.
That's a find. Wow. I love
Yeah.
that.
So
I
so
love
that,
that
that
pick.
that's something that you might want to write down there.
Add that to my card.
Yeah, thank you. All right, so we're gonna move on from that game to the next one. We're still on the 1 o'clock slate. A lot of good football here. A lot of good football. And I mean, I'm excited. I'm really excited about this. Can we? I do want to mention something that happened last night. What happened with our girl Waylay Zhang
Listen, listen.
in the
That's a
UFC?
hand up. No, so this is what happened with Waylay. The real thing is she moved up a weight class. That's what happened. So she's already
Oh,
been in her weight class. She moved up a weight class. She couldn't handle it. The other girl was like 3 inches bigger, and like 3 inches bigger, probably 10 pounds heavier. She couldn't keep up. Listen. My cousin Nick texted me. He said that Wei Lee was built in a computer.
that
That's
he
how much
said
he loves.
he
That's
sent
how
me the
much.
same text.
Listen, listen. She's always bigger than her opponent. She wasn't bigger last night. That's what happened. That happened.
Yeah, that was a little. Hold on. All right, no, we're good. We're good. Yeah. So what I was imagining in that, because like if she doesn't come out winning, she doesn't her fighting style. She doesn't have the chops to overtake her
Yeah.
opponent. She'll control the match, and she needs to be winning from the beginning. If she lost that first round or even the second round, it's done from there.
It,
Which is I love her. I love her though. I wanted that
love
for
her.
her. We're gonna move on though. We're talking football now, talking NFL. We got another. This is another interdivision matchups. Those are always going to be the best games. We got Bears at Vikings. Vikings minus 2.5. Over under 47.5. I mean, we mentioned it more. We mentioned it earlier. What team is going to want this more? The Bears,
Ugh.
I think, won 5 straight games. They're sitting 6-3. They're sitting kind of pretty right now. The Vikings, it's basically their last ditch effort. If they lose this game, especially interdivision, I really don't think that they're not going to have a chance if they don't win this game. The only thing that does scare me is that the Vikings beat the Bears earlier this year, so
Yeah.
you would think that that is going to have some inkling on the game. I'm still going to favor in terms of coaching O'Connell over Ben Johnson. I think I'm going with the team that's going to want it more. I like the Vikings. I think I like it a lot. I think this could be a game that I double up on minus 2.5 for the Vikings. And I'm going with the Nailer, I hardly know her prop bet over
Let's
24 and a half receiving yards. He likes finding
Wow.
he likes finding this guy, JJ McCarthy. It's and he had 125 yards last week.
Wow. Wow. Get
Really
your little
like that
thing
one.
ready. Get it going. Get it going. Because I'm taking Minnesota too. Listen. Caleb Williams stinks. Caleb Williams.
He
I know.
does. He does
Caleb
stink.
Williams stinks. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you why he stinks. He gets the ball. You thought I froze there? I didn't. He just fucking stands there.
I
That's what
did
he
think
does.
you froze.
You thought I froze?
And then he just
That's Caleb Williams.
he
Listen,
he's in a complete panic every time he's in the
listen.
pocket. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's on Madden. He has 90 arm strength and he has like 70 athleticism, but his intangible of feeling the pocket and knowing where people are is a -10. He
His
has no
ability
idea
to
what's
read a
going on.
defense is
Listen,
terrible.
Minnesota has an underrated defense. I like Minnesota here at -2.5. This is the water finds its level game of the week. The Bears aren't good. They're not going to win 6 in a row. The Bears are the Bears. And
They're
listen,
not good.
last week, this guy, I think the stat was, had 14 targets. They want to get him the ball as much as humanly possible. This is the J to JJ game as well. Justin Jefferson over 72.5 yards. Book it.
He had 14 targets.
14 targets last game.
I love that. So
Come on.
we're expecting a lot of. I think the Bears defense is pretty sus too. So
Yep.
I like where we're heading right now because we're saying that we're going to be able to pass the ball a little bit on these fellas, which I like.
Yep.
And then we got Stevie Split says he's going to take Caleb over rushing yards because of this. I don't hate that.
I like that too.
He
I
loves
like that
he
too.
loves rushing the ball. I will say he's I don't like him as a quarterback. I would never want him as a quarterback.
Fantasy.
But fantasy he's great. Also he does really stupid things, but he makes great plays too. He makes
Yeah.
great plays with his feet. He does have a cannon of an arm, but this isn't a guy that lasts long in this league.
No.
So we're gonna go next game. Oh man, I really love this game. I love this game because there's history between these teams. I don't think I'm going where you think I'm going. I'm going Chargers at Jaguars.
I knew you were going there. I knew you were
Oh,
going
you
there.
did know.
I knew
Why'd I
you were
doubt
going
you?
there. The
Why'd
card
I
was
doubt?
already ready. Come on.
Come on, I love it. So I got the Jaguars +3, over under 43 and a half. I love one of like I love one of the teams in this matchup. I'm gonna let you go first. I want to see if we're in the same spot, in the same headspace.
Well, I'll start here. So Chargers started -2.5. Now they're a -3 favorite. So the line is moving in favor of the Chargers. Vegas thinks they're going to win. Listen, I looked at this game and I went with my gut here. I love the Chargers. I love the Chargers here. The Jaguars are not good. They stink. The Jaguars stink. They stink. This is another stinky poo-poo team. Chargers are good. The Chargers are a good football team. They got their center back. They lost their center a couple of weeks ago. He's been out for a while. They got their center back. So I really like the Chargers here. I'm not going to overanalyze it. I just love the Chargers. But this is my searching in the pantry game of the week. You ever get home at like Saturday night, it's 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning. You're hungry, but you don't know what you want. So you go in the fridge and you're like, nothing in there. You go in the freezer, like, nothing in there. Then you go in the pantry, you dig around, and you find that one thing. You don't even know what you're looking for, but you found it. So that's why I'm going to have Anytime Vidal TD. I think it's like +150. I was looking at the game, looking at the weather. 44 degrees humidity, 44 humidity percentage at kickoff. And what position did the Fadouche play in high school? Running back. What number did he wear? 44. That's
What position did he
what
play?
I was looking for, but I found the chocolate covered pretzels that I wanted. There we go.
You didn't know, right? Exactly. You went in there looking for something. You didn't know what you were looking for. It came out with a golden nugget.
That's what we found.
Yeah. So I love that. I can get behind that, but I love the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I knew you were.
They are.
I knew you were.
They are not a bad team. They are. Trevor Lawrence is one of the stupider quarterbacks in the NFL. You will watch him and he'll consistently make bad decisions. Everyone think the Chargers are streaking right now. They're looking good. They're looking like a good playoff team. The Jaguars just had an embarrassing loss last week. I think Liam Cohen's a good coach. He's going to get them right. I think the Jaguars at home, I really like them in this spot. I said this before this week started. I didn't even know who the Jaguars were playing. I said, I love the Jaguars this week. So the fact that it's against the Chargers, I'm not sure if you remember this, but I think it was maybe 2 years ago, they had like a great playoff matchup where the Chargers were winning big, and then the Jaguars came back and won that game. I don't know if that's gonna play a factor in this, but it's just an interesting piece of history between these two. I'm gonna go to this next one. It's another interdivision matchup. Oh, look at that! Look at that!
You don't believe in this stuff. It's chapstick.
Wow, that looks high tech though. It looks like there's some medicine in there. Like the lips are popping now.
Thank you.
Looking like a little pouty like them.
Well, the Fadouche got his wisdom teeth out.
Recently? Oh, yeah. I can tell you were lacking some intelligence this one.
Yeah.
Wait, so you just got your wisdom teeth out recently?
Last week, yeah. Last Friday, not this.
How are you recovered?
It's terrible. What's the next game? Because the next game may be my wisdom teeth game of the week.
I can't. This is super late to get your wisdom teeth out. I got my wisdom teeth out when I was like 16.
Yeah, I didn't need to get them out, but they started causing me some problems, so I got them out.
Can
we do the Texans and Titans next, and can I announce it? Because that's my wisdom teeth game of the week.
That's exactly where I was going.
This is the wisdom teeth game of the week because, listen, I did not have a good experience getting my wisdom teeth out. Long story short, 6 days later, it was killing me. So I called the place back, and they said, all right, come in, we'll take a look at it. And the guy looked at my teeth, and he basically said, I'm a pussy. And he was like, yeah, you're okay. There's no infection. There's no nerve damage. Just like keep taking your medicine. Yeah. So this is I would rather get my wisdom teeth pulled game of the week because I do not want to watch this Texans-Titans game. I do not want to watch it. I mean, this is great. This is Texans -5.5 at Tennessee. Over under is 37.5 points. These two teams already played each other earlier this year. Texans mopped the floor, 26-0 versus the Titans. Listen, this is a hold your breath Texans -5.5 game. This is gross. I'm going to put 1 unit on it. But I love my prop. I love my prop in this game.
Talk to me.
Love it. This is going to be the backup Tennessee running back, Spears, over 2.5 receptions, -125. There's going to be a lot of dump offs in this game because the Texans defense really good. They can't push the ball down the field. Spears has had over 3 receptions in every game this year. We're going to dump it off to him. Only -125. I love Spears over 2.5 receptions.
I love that because like that prop really speaks to the level of this game because like you're looking for anything. Is there anything I can hang my hat on? I do have to pay respect to the chat right now. I'll throw this question to you, Fadouche. Full PPR, you got to start one of these guys: Etienne, Judkins, or Vidal. Vidal. I mean, it goes right back to what you were saying earlier. We found him in the pantry. I'm gonna be a contrarian and go with the Jaguars. I'm going Etienne. I'm gonna go Etienne. Let's see. Zadiz, you gotta let us know who you end up choosing and report back. So for this game, I hate this game. I'm not gonna watch a second of it. I really don't care. This is I would almost say our fiduciary play of the game where we're not doing this for us. We're doing this for you all. We're gonna give you a pick even though we don't even want to give a pick on this game. I'm going the opposite and like the way you threw up your hands and you go, I don't really know the Texans. I'm picking the Titans and I don't really know why. But I love this prop bet. This is a prop bet. It was similar to your Spears where you kind of like you got a bunch of props in a hat. You close your eyes and you just pick something out of there. For this guy, just to have such a low number on his receiving yards, I had to go with it. I got Higgins over 15.5 receiving yards on the Texans. You don't even know who Higgins is.
Nope.
Exactly. This is a guy. I'm gonna do it just because he was the receiver. So I was looking at the props. Nico Collins over under was like 67 yards or something. And then the next 2 receivers for the Texans, it was Christian Kirk. His was 16.5 over under. And then the other guy, Higgins, was 15.5.
Higgins is going to make that in the first quarter and the fourth quarter. He's going to hit that in the first or fourth quarter, one of the two.
I like that. I don't actually think I'm going to touch this game, but I like that prop bet just because it's fun. Going on to this game, this is a confusing game to me. Yeah. Packers at Giants. Giants plus 7.5, over under 42.5. I watched that Packers-Eagles game last Monday, and I grew a disdain and hatred for the Packers. The way that they played the game, more specifically, maybe not so much. I think LaFleur is out coaching himself. He's like a 10-sided Rubik's Cube right now. And like the game was simple for him at first, and now he's making it so confusing. He's out coaching himself. And then that quarterback they have, Jordan Love, he's more stupid than Lawrence. He makes the dumbest decisions. Every throw he makes is off the back foot all the way down the field. He can't throw any intermediate routes. He is horrible. I'm not a fan of his at all. I think this is a game, though, where the Giants are – there was a lot of hype around them at first. I think, honestly, that they're not the team that they were without Scatterbo. I think he really had a lot of juice for that team, and I think they're basically cooking with no oil, no butter in the pan without him. I think 7.5 was too much for this Packers team because I think they stink still. But I think this is a time where the Packers can kind of get their offense going a little bit. I like the over 42.5 in this game. And then I'm also going to go with the pass me the Dobbs touchdown on this one, plus 210.
Okay. This is a confusing game. The line opened at 7.5 Green Bay, went down to 6.5 Green Bay. Now it's back to 7 Green Bay. So everyone's confused. You're confused. I'm confused. Vegas is confused. The public is confused. Everybody is confused. You did a really good job of the summary. This is simple for me. Listen, I picked every favorite in the 1 o'clock slate. Every favorite. That's scary to me. That's really, really scary to me. But I picked every single favorite.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna have to go with the Giants here. +7.
just because
Hold
it
your
can't be
breath.
all the favorites.
Hold your breath. Game of the week, and Jameis Winston making an appearance.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I love when a backup quarterback comes in who's actually can throw the ball, can run an offense. Jameis Winston can do that. So I like the Giants here +7. And I think if the Giants are gonna win, to your point, Jordan Love, he back foot throws, you don't know where it's going. I like Jordan Love 1+ interception +125.
Oh, I like that too. I like
Yep.
that too. And you know what? That I forgot about Jameis starting. Him starting in this game makes me love the over that much more. It
Yep.
honestly it confuses me a little bit now that it's only 42 and a half. I like the over in this game. Even whether Jameis is having a bad game or a good game, it usually results in the over because he's going to be slinging the ball.
Yep.
I know is that where Pudre? I'm talking to the chat right now. Stevie, is that where Pudre's in-laws live? I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Let me. I can't search anything right now because then we lose the fiduciary. All right, so we're moving on from the 1 o'clock slate to the 4 o'clock slate. Could you, I would Fiduci, I kind of want you to break this down for the people because this is a very important time in a football Sunday. Where's
Please.
your head at usually going from the one to the fours, and what type of sentiment do you want to leave with our viewers, the T timers, about how they should handle going from one to the four?
The 1 to 4 o'clock transition.
Yeah,
See, listen, it starts before that transition. This is what it's all about. The 1 to 4 o'clock transition starts at like 2:30 or 3 o'clock. Because what's really important about the 1 to 4 o'clock transition, that's when you're supposed to have your food. That's the prime food time. So if you start thinking about food at 3:45, it's not going to get to your house until 5 o'clock. So the 1 to 4 o'clock transition starts at like 2:30. You get your food, you get it delivered, comes to your doorstep at 3:45. Now you're eating that food in that 1 to 4 o'clock transition. That's really important. That's really, 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 really important. And then and then if you're eating food at 4 o'clock, then you have the grace to eat some food later on too. Maybe the 8 o'clock, maybe the 9 o'clock. But if you eat too late, you can't double up. So that's really, really important. The second thing that's really important is basically just how much money you're going to bet, because those this is what I don't like about the transition. Sometimes with those 405 games, your bets aren't settled from the 1 o'clock games. Now you need to deposit more money if you want to bet those 4 o'clock games. So, anyways, that's how I would handle it. The most important thing is the food aspect, though.
yeah, I would have to agree with you because usually during the 1 o'clocks when it starts, you're kind of fueling yourself up. You're getting all the pickies in, you're getting your chips in, you're getting your pretzels, and then you really start to gear up around like that's when you start eating when those games are starting to transition. That you're in like the witching hour, as Scott Hansen would put it, and you are the key thing that you mentioned that I think is really important to mention to the viewers is that you are thinking about the 4 o'clocks before 4 o'clock starts. I think you were right to say that, like maybe 2:30. I would say around 3. That's when you start doing it because you're taking internal stock of, all right, I'm hitting this bet. This bet looks good.
Yeah.
This one not so much, and then you're making hay from there. A lot of
Can I
times,
ask you a question? Can I ask you a question?
yes, please.
This is a really important question.
Hmm.
All right, we're getting Chinese food today at the Fiducia's house. What? And let's say
Amen.
we have unlimited crab rangoons. Do you like crab
Yeah,
rangoon?
I like crab rangoons
What's the over under on crab rangoons on a typical Sunday?
for myself.
Yeah,
So Rangoons, I think I don't get me wrong, I love Rangoons. I'm becoming almost like a Rangoon snob because
yeah.
I'm really hating a bad Rangoon and like
But you're loving a good one.
yes, exactly. So like a
Yeah.
lot.
Let's say these are really good rangoons. What's your
Yeah,
over under?
okay, so I'm gonna go the over under would be set at 3.5. Like I think I think I would have probably 4 Rangoons.
It's 4.5. This is why. Because
Okay.
I've thought through this a lot. I've
O-
thought through this a lot here.
Okay, tell me.
When you're making your plate, right? When you're making your plate, you're having a Rangoon. It's a simultaneous thing. Nobody makes a plate of Chinese food and
Oh,
doesn't have a Rangoon after they're making their plate.
as you're making
And,
it,
and then
absolutely.
as you're making it, you forget. Everyone forgets about that Rangoon. You forget about it. So you have the one,
You don't
right?
even know that
And
you
then
ate it.
it's just part of the process. You're
Yeah.
making a plate of food. I
It's
have
like
a
getting a
Rangoon. There's
fork.
there's one. And then if you put anything less than 2 crab rangoons on your plate, you're out of your mind. So you're putting at least 2 or 3 rangoons on your plate. And then there's always that last rangoon. So it's at least four. It's at least four every
You
time.
know what? That was a perfect breakdown because that's exactly how it goes. I'm eating because it's the most portable of all the that and a scallion pancake to me are really the most portable, eatable. You can eat it in a flash because you do eat one while you're making it. You have a couple on your regular plate, and then you go back to make your seconds, and you go like as you're deciding, like, oh, I don't know what I want. You're eating a crab rangoon as you're deciding what you
Right.
want for that second plate. So I like where you're going. I gotta give a shout out. I can't ignore the chat. Mikey Poudre in here. I salute to you. I salute to you, sir. And Stevie Splits, he likes Dale, $1 on that Giants game. All right, so I mean, let's start off the 4 o'clock slate with a banger. I love this game. This game is going to be so fun, and it's a game that I don't necessarily think I have a pulse on, but I want to. Seahawks at Rams, interdivision matchup, NFC West. We got Rams -3 at home, over under 48.5 points. I think these are both two great teams. These are two teams that if you told me that they were in the Super Bowl, I wouldn't blink an eye. I think they're both that good. I think the Seahawks could be a little bit of fool's gold right now. They played two bad teams in a row and smoked them. The Rams have demolished anyone that they gone up with. Good, bad, indifferent. I like the Rams this one. I'm not going to give up the points because this is what I'm going to do for douche. I'm going Rams money line, and then I'm parlaying that with the under 48
Mm,
and a half points. These are teams that have been scoring a lot of
yeah.
points recently, but when it comes to an interdivision matchup, this game is going to be won in the trenches. They both have good defenses. I think we're going to see a lot of running of the ball. I'm going to say it's going to be like a 24-20 type of game in favor of the Rams. So I'm parlaying the Rams money line, and then I'm going with the under in this game. And then this is a bell cow of a guy. This is someone that you love, someone that you want on your team. And frankly, I don't see how he doesn't find pay dirt this weekend. I'm going Nakua touchdown,
That's
minus
so good.
130.
Nakua's good. My goodness, isn't Nakua good?
I love watching him play too.
Yeah. You summed it up really well. I don't. This is a great game. This is a great game. I don't have a feel in the game at all. This is my chips and dip game of the week. You just enjoy it. You just sit back and you enjoy it. You appreciate it for what it
I
is. You
love
just you
that.
just you just you just take it in. Line has moved. It's now Rams -3.5, Seahawks +3.5. So the
Okay.
favor is moving in your favor. That's a smart play. Listen, I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna go with the Seahawks here. I think it's gonna be a close game. Two really good teams. I think the Rams are the better team. Um, but I think the Seahawks are going to find a way to maybe lose the game, but somehow cover still. Maybe I could see the Rams having a last 2-minute drive field goal to win the game, to win by 3 points. I cover. That's what I'm hoping for here. But I really like my prop here. I really like my prop here. I really, 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 really like
Give
it.
it to me.
Listen, who was that Rams wide receiver that was really good for a while, and then he got traded to the Seahawks? Cooper Cup. Sorry,
Yeah,
that
I'm
was
sorry.
I was,
I wish
I was
I wish I
thinking.
had that for you. I
Yeah,
wish I
that
had.
is that is Cooper Cup. I think the Rams are going to be all over Nick Jigba, and I believe that Cup is their second, maybe third option. He's going to get some targets. He's going to get some yards. They want to have a good game against his old team. Cooper Cup over 34.5 receiving yards.
I like that. And you know what I always find is that like even though these games like they matter so much and you would think like these NFL teams they don't care about that little shit. They
They do.
do. They care about people getting revenge on their old teams. They care about players getting 100-yard games. So like that's a factor when they're doing this. And I think it's something that I think he's been a little bit banged up, but I think it's something where he's going to get up for this game. So I can appreciate that. I do agree with you that this is a game that you're almost so undecided that you'd rather be like, let me just watch and enjoy.
Chips and dip. Just enjoy it. Just enjoy
I
it.
love that. I love that. All right, we have two back-to-back interdivision matchups, and these are both in the same division. Another NFC West matchup. We got 49ers at Cardinals. Cardinals plus 3.5. Over under 48.5. The Cardinals are horrible. They fooled you for a second. Be like, oh my God, wait, Jacoby Brissett. He looked good against the Cowboys, who have one of the worst defenses in the NFL. They fooled you for a little bit. You get any sort of pressure on this guy, he folds up like a lawn chair. I have no belief in them. I have no faith in them. The 49ers just lost last week. They still got playoff hopes. The Cardinals don't. They need a win, the 49ers. I love them in this spot, minus 3.5. I think they're going to come out strong. Shout out to Future and the weekend for that one. And then I'm also going with this. So one Marvin Harrison Jr., he has appendicitis. He's out this week. And another receiver for the Cardinals, he went down. He tore his ACL or he tore his Achilles, Zay Jones. They need to throw the ball to someone besides McBride. So this is my Wilson, Michael Wilson, over 46.5 receiving yards.
I like it. Listen, Niners minus 3.5, over under 48.5 points. San Fran's getting their guys back. Ricky Pearsall is coming back. They have Kittle, they have CMC, they have Juwan Jennings. They have a lot of guys back, and Brock Purdy is now back in the offense. Some people may like that or may not like that.
So
yeah,
I did not know that. I don't like that. I actually don't like that.
Brock Purdy is coming back. Listen, the Cardinals stink. This is a Niners left, right, and center minus 3.5. You put a couple units on this one. I like the Niners a lot in this spot.
While you were saying that, I just have to add. While you were saying that, I was envisioning in my mind how many units I wanted to throw on this.
There's a lot of units going on in this game. This is a couple unit game. This is Cardinals are not good. Jacoby Brissett's not good. This is a Niners all day long type of game. They have all their guys back. Their defense is still very shaky, but they can score points on offense.
Yep.
So when a new quarterback comes, hey, what are we doing? Looking at what's going on here?
I'm sorry. What?
What was that?
I looked at my phone.
BS. All right,
that
here we go.
BS. I'm sorry.
That's BS. It's BS.
I'm sorry. There's a lot of intake on this side. You don't know the amount of intake I got. You got one job. I got multiple. Okay.
I got two jobs. All right, listen. So here's what we're talking about. Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy is back. First game back in a while. He's gonna be passing the ball, but he wants some easy completions. He wants some dump offs. He wants some. Who's the 49ers leading receiver this year?
Is it like, are we not talking? Is it Juwan Jennings?
It's Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey is a leading receiver for the 49ers. I love his over 5.5 receptions. It's even money. He may have 9 catches today. It's going to be dump off from Brock. He's trying to get comfortable, dump off, get his rhythm going, dump off to McCaffrey.
I also saw that McCaffrey, he's top 10 in the NFL right now for receiving yards.
Yes.
Insane.
Over 5.5 receptions for McCaffrey.
Remember they were saying that he might not play this year, and then he has probably the biggest workload out of any running back.
Yep, he does.
He's been great. All right, this game, this is another game I'm going to enjoy. Actually, you know what? I take that back. I don't think I'm going to enjoy it because I think there's going to be an expose happening this game. We got Chiefs at Broncos. Broncos plus 4.5, over under 44.5. I think there is going to be an expose going on this game. Someone's going to get exposed. I want you to start us off, Badouche. What do you think?
That's right. Listen, the public has to be on the Broncos here. I think the line maybe started at 3.5 or 4. Now it's at 4.5. People are begging to take the Broncos at home plus 4.5. They're 8-2. Chiefs are 5-4. It's like, how do you not take the Broncos here? And that's why I take the Chiefs. That's why you take the Chiefs minus 4.5. Coming off of a bye. They're healthy. They got all their wide receivers in their room. I think they score a lot of points in this game. The Broncos aren't good. The Broncos are not good. The Broncos are not good. 4.5 is a scary line in this game. It's a very scary line.
It
But
is.
I have way more confidence in the Chiefs than I do in the Broncos, and that's why I'm taking the Chiefs minus 4.5. You have to. And I love my prop bets. Can I just say that, guys? To the chat, to the people, or my job as a fiduciary, I am obligated to act in your best interest and make you guys some money. Dobbins is out for Denver.
Yes, sir.
Dobbins is out. So they have one running back essentially, and RJ Harvey. RJ Harvey has had 3+ receptions in the last 4 games in every single game, and now he's a sole running back. Chiefs are good at pressuring. I love RJ Harvey. I love receptions this week. I love RJ Harvey over 2.5 receptions, like minus 125.
Oh,
It's a really, really good bet. I like it a lot.
yeah, it's so good that I am writing it down.
Writing it down. Write it down.
Yep, I'm writing that down. I mean, I'm the same way. I everything that you said, I would like to reiterate because I
Yeah.
think the Broncos, despite their record, they're a team that can find ways to win, but it's been ugly. It's been ugly. They have a good record. I don't think they're a bad team, but they're not 8-2. They're not 8-2 good. I think the Chiefs want to reclaim that they are the best team in this division. I do want to throw out that I bet the Broncos plus almost 300 at the beginning of the year to win this division, and I still think they could win this division. They're up 3 games on the Chiefs. I still think they could, but the Broncos, they've been sliding. I don't like how they've been playing football recently. I like the Chiefs here again, minus 4.5. I actually like the over in this game too. When you said the Chiefs are going to score a lot of points, I don't think the Broncos defense is going to be what they seem to be against the Chiefs. I imagine them scoring at least 4 touchdowns, and I can see the Broncos getting some late game action that doesn't matter. And then in terms of prop bets, this is someone that always seems to find the end zone. He has a bit of a troubled past. You can look into it or not, but this is I'd like some Kareem in my coffee, Hunt touchdown, plus 100, get him in the end zone.
That's good.
Exactly.
That's good.
I mean,
That's good.
can you have coffee without Kareem?
That's good.
Yeah.
No, you can't.
And so let me just do this for our Chiefs pick. That drink's going down easy, Fadoosh. That drink's going down easy.
King C.
I like that cup a lot.
Nice.
That is really nice. All right, so I mean, we got just 2 games left. How many? All right, so I just need to count this out. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 games that are interdivision matchups this week. You gotta love that late in the year. Ravens at Browns. Browns plus 7.5. Over under 37.5. I just thought 7.5 was a lot for an interdivision matchup, despite how good I think the Ravens are playing recently and how bad I think the Browns are. I think the Ravens can score a lot of points on the Browns, despite that.
People need to see your face, T-Time. Put that down.
What do you mean? Put this down?
Yeah, people need to see your beautiful face.
I know, right? I mean, I can't let them have it all though. I like to get buried in the paper. I also just like having this on paper.
It's like cleavage. Like you don't want to show the whole thing. You just want a little bit of the tape.
Exactly, and that's part of the allure is like, ooh, what could those be? I don't know everything, but I know a little bit of that story. It's like a good chapter 1. Oh, chapter 1 got me intrigued. I like to know the whole book. But going back to this game. I still think I don't think the Browns defense is going to hold up against this Ravens offense. I like the over 37.5, and really what I've come to know is when I don't like a spread, I usually just bet the over, and that's what I got this game. And then I got DeAndre Hopkins getting over 19.5 receiving yards. It's been receiving yards for me today, and I think we could just have one grab for Hopkins. That's 23 yards. I can easily see that in my mind's eye.
That's a great bet. I'm gonna write that one.
Write that one down. Why not?
It's funny. I don't like this game. I don't like it. I don't. It's 7.5. It's a weird game. I feel like these 2 teams have good games sometimes. They have lows sometimes. I can't get a read on either team. The Browns stink. The Ravens could be good. They're on the up and up, but are they actually good? Do they have enough juice in the tank this year? I don't know. So by default, what did I find? I like Ravens over 23.5 team total points. I think they can score points. I don't know about the Browns, but I know that the Ravens can definitely score points in this game. So I like the Ravens over 23.5 team total points. I think they may have 19 in the first half. I'm all over the receptions today. I'm just realizing this now. I love receptions. This is a guy on my fantasy football team. I know him well. It's it's the BC graduate. Shout out Big Carl. It's the BC graduate Zay Flowers over 4.5 receptions minus 130. That's a couple unit one for me. I love that bet. I think Zay Flowers may go for 100 yards and a touchdown today. So I like his over 4.5 receptions.
I was looking at him, and something important to note on that bet is Rashad Bateman. I don't think is playing today. Another receiver on the Ravens, so they got to throw the ball somewhere. This is a bet that I did not want to include on my card, but I just wanted to have it on people's radar because this guy has scored a couple touchdowns this year, and for him to have this high of odds, it's almost worth just putting like $10 on it. They have a third? The Ravens, they have a third tight end. It's Andrews, it's likely, and this guy, the Kolar Bear. His last name's Kolar. It's plus 950 for him to get the end zone.
You're really putting the douche in fadouche. I like it.
Yeah, that is so douchey, that pick. But it's just like when you saw that and I saw a couple Ravens games where he scored, it was almost too juicy not to just throw that out there because I'd be doing like we said at the beginning of this fadouche, we're doing this for the people. If I didn't mention this, I would not be for the people. That concludes our 4 o'clock slate. And then we're going to a little cherry on top of this beautiful Sunday. This is the night game. This is a Sunday night game. Someone get Carrie Underwood because ain't nothing like a Sunday night football game. It's Lions at Eagles. Eagles minus 2.5, over under 46.5. I have an extreme bias on this game because of the Packers Eagles game I was forced to watch last Monday on Tea Time. I'm gonna let you kick this one off, Carl, or Fadouche.
Philly minus 2.5 at home against Detroit. Shout out. This is my Lucy Fitzgerald game of the week. So shout out Lucy Fitz. Shout out LJ. LJ was born about a week ago, and there's a little backstory.
Continue. Thank you.
LJ was born about a week ago, and our good friend Hot Dog FC, we believe that Lucy was conceived on the day that the Eagles won the Super Bowl. So this is the Lucy Fitz. This is a story. It's true. This is a Lucy Fitzgerald game of the week. People are gonna love Detroit here, right? Detroit's a great team. Philly stinks. Philly is not good. Philly can't throw. Philly can't run. AJ Brown's getting pissed. They're barely winning games. How are they doing well? I love Philly here. I absolutely love Philly here. Detroit on the road in the cold weather, potentially could be raining. People love Detroit coming off of a bye, I believe. Are they coming off of a bye?
No, they had a bye 2 weeks ago.
I like Philly because I'm scared of Philly here. I like Philly because I'm scared of Philly here. They're minus 2.5, so I'm going to pick Philly, and I think it's a smart play. It doesn't make me comfortable, but I'm not about comfort. I'm about you, the people, and I believe that Philly's going to win this football game. And then my prop bet is, listen, this is a respect bet. This is just a respect. I love this guy. I think he's an incredible football player. I think he is one of the best running backs to ever play the game of football behind Fofo, and that's Saquon Barkley, over 78.5 points. Detroit doesn't have a great defense. I think he gets back on track here. They hand him the football. I like Saquon over rushing yards here.
So I thought you were going Gibbs with that one. I thought you were going Gibbs where you go shouting out the running back in respect. And you have to take that. There's a lot of weight behind that. I hope Saquon is watching this pregame because if the Fadouche in his running back status is giving you one of the best running backs to play the game, I mean,
one of the greats.
That means a lot.
Tell me what he can't do.
He
can run over you, through you, past you,
around you,
on top of you. He can catch. He can block. He's agile. He has breakaways. That guy, he doesn't have a weakness in his game. I love Saquon.
I love what you're cooking with right there. So because this is a Lucy James Fitz game, and you're saying that's going to be the Eagles, who am I to pick the Lions? I cannot pick the Lions. I will stay away from that pick. But this is someone that I loved earlier in this week. I I was trying to keep my eyes fresh this week. I didn't look at any spreads up until this morning. But this is someone that I texted my co-host Stevie Splits about and said I need to remember that I love this guy. A little difference in last week for the Lions when they scored 44 points is Dan Campbell took over the offensive play calling for the team. And that is going to change up the dynamic a little bit, and they're going to get the ball to some different players. This is someone that they tried to get the ball to a lot last week, and I think he's going to start busting his season wide open, bust down Tatiana on him. I like JMO shot to end the night. Jameson Williams over
Love,
56 and a half receiving yards.
love. I'm starting him in one of my other fantasy leagues. I love him this week. That's a great pick.
I love it. I love it. So that's going to conclude the pick portion of the main pick portion. There's two more things that we got to get to, fiduciary. And one of them is our mortal lock. So I'm going to start with my mortal lock. You're going to give yours, and then we'll end with the fantasy start and sit. How's that sound?
I like it. Let's do
All
it.
right. So this is something that I take my glasses off for. I'm gonna become unplugged for a second. So make sure you don't say anything to me, Fadouche, because I need to be focused. I need to get my mind right, and I need to speak directly to you, the people, because this show has been for everything but myself. It's for you. It's for you. We said this game earlier. It's during the 1 o'clock slate. This is something where you saw them last week. You said, wow, that was so embarrassing. They lost to that long-necked fella over in Houston. That was one of the worst losses I've ever seen. Over on the other side, the Chargers, they're winning. They're winning big. John Harbaugh is the coach over there. Justin Herbert's, he's got the hot new girlfriend. Everything's hot over in Los Angeles. We're going to throw some ice on them this weekend in Jacksonville. It's going to be hot. It's going to be muggy. Welcome them to Duval. We got Jaguars. Don't even give me the points. I like them winning this game. Money line. This is them showing that we might not be a great team, but we're making our way up. I like the Jaguars.
I wish you could feel my hands because they are sweating right now. Because I am nervous. I do not like this. I do not like this at all. Let me loosen up a bit. Let me take this off.
Lose the tie. Lose the tie. We're getting towards the end of the show. Come on.
Let's loosen up a little bit. Loosen up a little bit.
There we go.
Shout out Chris Cuozo. This is where my suit's from. Shout out Chris Cuozo.
Oh, that is let's see the inside of that again. That is nice. That is really nice. That's what. Hey, you roll.
Listen, I know.
I just want to say this. You roll around like the Fadouche. You follow the Fadouche picks. You can get a suit jacket just like that one.
You get a suit jacket. Listen, I don't know what to do here. I'm in a pickle. I'm in a predicament. I don't like the position that I'm in. But again, this is what I keep going back to. This is about the people. This is not about me. This is not about me. This is about the people. I love the Chargers. I love the Chargers here. I absolutely love the Chargers. I knew that I knew coming into this week you were gonna like the Jaguars. You're a Jaguar. I think you bet the Jaguars every single week.
I do.
This is the I lost in the field last week, so I'm gonna throw $300 on the field type of game for you. No. This is a Chargers left, right, and center type of game. The Jaguars had an embarrassing loss last week. They are not a good team. Brian Thomas, even though he's not even good, he's not playing. Duval, that guy sucks. I hate their head coach. I don't like their team. Trevor Lawrence, the Chargers are just a much better football team than the Jaguars are. I love the Chargers here. I'm going to put a lot of money in the Chargers in this game. And I just feel bad for the people because now we have
they don't know what to do. They don't know.
And I wasn't going to change it because it's about the people. It's not about me. It's not about you. It's about the people. And we're going to make picks here that we think are going to win.
That's so good. I love that.
I think it's now -3. I think actually best case scenario is the Chargers win this game 23-20.
Yeah,
And we
and
walk
then we
away
and then
scot free.
and
That's
then,
that's
and
what
then
we're
we can just move
that's
on.
what we're rooting for here.
I do love so much that like we both had that written down as our mortal lock before, and I knew by the way that you were reacting that you had the Chargers, that you had the Chargers. That's so good, and I love the fact that we're gonna be watching this game together.
Oh,
This is gonna be so good. I cannot wait for that. We got someone in the chat. We got Judy or Ricky Pearsall. I'm going Pearsall all day on that one.
give me Ricky.
Yeah, pretty
Give me
Ricky on that one. Oh, we got Riley. This is a tea timer. He's so excited for the Seahawks Rams. He's a Seahawks fan. The fiduciary, Riley, the fiduciary. He's on that too. He's on that too. I do want to pay attention to or bring the tea timers to one thing, and this is my mortal lock record on the year. It's 7-2. So I mean that might be where you want to put your cash at. The guy who's 7-2. We got he's 0-0. He's hasn't won any, hasn't lost any. This is his first. This is the fiduciary's first pick on tea time. So I'm really excited to see how this ends up.
Tea time, Fadouche. You gotta buy low and sell high. Buy low and sell high.
Okay. So let's end the show. Let's end the show, fiduciary. I got a couple of fantasy starts. I like Dalton. These are all people that like you're wondering should they be in my lineup or not. Dalton Schultz against Tennessee. They can't throw it to anyone. They're probably going to try to cover Nico Collins. He had a touchdown last week. I like Dalton Schultz. Michael Wilson on the Cardinals against the 49ers. They need to throw the ball to someone. He's going to be the number one receiver without Harrison in the game. And then I talked about this guy earlier, Jordan Naylor. He's going to have a big game against a porous Chicago defense. That's my fantasy start. And then I have one fantasy sit. You might be excited because this guy's been on your bench for weeks. He's been hurt, and now he's coming back. Ooh, he's the number one receiver over there. It doesn't matter. This guy should never touch your starting lineup. Calvin Ridley. He's brutal. He's awful. Keep him on the bench, please.
Gross. P.U. P.U. He is gross. This is an easy one for me. You're starting T. Higgins all day here. T. Higgins may go for 3 touchdowns today and 115 yards. That guy is going to light up the field. They're going to be all over Jamar Chase. Tomlin runs a good defense. He can get his guys excited. They're going to say, "Hey, take away Chase. It's going to T. Higgins. He may have 2 40-yard touchdowns." Sorry, Stevie. Who else do I like? I like Jameis Williams. You already said it, Jameson Williams. I like him tonight. I think he may only get 3 catches for 70 yards and a touchdown. He's one of those guys. Like he's a flex guy. You're in a 12-person league. You throw him in the flex and you say, you know what, this guy's gonna score. This guy's gonna score 18 points for me. And then my sit-em. Hey, I'm gonna disclose this because I'm a fiduciary and I need to legally disclose conflicts of interest. I was gonna sit Deebo Samuel. And Deebo Samuel has a touchdown today. So that was a tough one. But hey, I'm still just. But those are my 2 guys you want to start. Is whoever I just said, T. Higgins and Jameson Williams.
That's good. That's good. And good on you. That is a courageous move to say, hey, this game's already going on, but I had this written down. Hand up, accountability. Hand up. You're all there. So I think that's going to do it. That is a tea time tailgate week 11. I appreciate all the tea timers out there. Mikey Poudre, you were wondering about the mortal lock. My mortal lock is the Jaguars. The fiduciaries on the Chargers. That's going to be fun. I cannot that despite all the good games that are going on, this is going to be my favorite game of the day right now. I want to thank the fiduciary for coming on. Any closing notes that you want to leave the people with?
Hey, listen, tea time is for the people. What a great show. What you've been doing for the people, for the community, for your neighborhood, for the friends, for the family. It's unique. It's fun. We have a good time on this tea time show, and thank you for all that you do. And keep doing it. Let the haters hate. Let the lovers love. And again, I started the show off this way. I'm going to end the show this way. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow's a mystery. Today is the present. Okay? Today is a present. That's why we call it a gift. Okay?
There we go. So I have one last thing that we got to do, and we'll do it together. The tea time salute to end it. Salute, baby. I'll see you.